Welcome to qnawire.
For part 1, the null hypothesis, well, it says at the 5% level of signals can conclude that the mean of the compressive strength in concrete is greater than 6 days after pouring. State the null and alternative hypotheses, and then find an interval. Alright, well, I'll just kind of do them a little bit out of order here. Well, the null hypothesis would be that the mean after 3 days is the same as the mean after 6 days. The alternative hypothesis is that the mean after 3 days is less than the mean after 6 days. And we can perform a paired t-test. And the formula for a paired t-test is the mean of the differences over the standard deviation of the differences over the square root of the sample size. So the mean of the differences for the first batch is a difference of negative 35. And then negative 57. And then negative 14. And then negative 29. And finally, negative 31. So the mean of the differences is negative 33.2. The standard deviation of the differences is 15.498. And so our test statistic would be negative 33.2 over 15.498 over the square root of 5. Which is negative 4.79. And I'll go with the p-value approach. So using a p-value from a t-score of negative 4.79 with 4 degrees of freedom being one-tailed to the left is a p-value of 0.004. And since this is less than our alpha of 0.05, we would reject the null hypothesis in favor of the alternative. This indicates that there is significant evidence to conclude that the mean compressive strength of the concrete is greater 6 days after pouring compared to 3 days after pouring. The confidence interval would be the difference of the two means plus or minus the critical t times the standard deviation over the square root of the sample size. So that would be negative 33.2 plus and minus our critical t let me look that up quickly. is negative 2.1318. Standard deviation again is 15.498. And so the lower boundary would be subtracting 2.1318 and that would be negative 47.98, and an upper boundary from adding negative 18.42, which lies completely below zero, which indicates that this is significant as well.